Welcome, fellow travelers, to one of the most amazing places on our planet. Imagine a country so small, you can walk across it in just a few minutes. This is Vatican City. It is the smallest independent state in the world, a tiny dot on the map of Rome. But don't let its size fool you. This little place packs a giant punch. It holds centuries of history and some of the world's most famous art, and a spirit that has touched billions of people. The Vatican is a destination that stays with you long after you've left. Think of the Vatican not just as a place, but as an experience. You might be wondering, where exactly is this tiny country? Well, it's a wonderful little puzzle. Vatican City is a country within a city. It is located entirely inside Rome, the bustling capital of Italy. It sits on the west bank of the Tiber River, Vatican Hill. Imagine a big, delicious pizza, and right in the middle is one very special olive. Rome is the pizza, and Vatican City is that olive. When walking through Rome, you can cross a white line painted on the ground in St. Peter's Square, and suddenly, you are in a different country. Because it's inside Rome, getting to the Vatican is easy. Take the metro, a bus, or enjoy a lovely walk from the historic center. As you get closer, the magnificent dome rises above the rooftops, a beacon guiding you toward this special place. The Vatican is not surrounded by fences, its borders are open, welcoming millions of visitors each year. Its fame comes from its role as the heart of the Roman Catholic Church, where the Pope lives and works, but its fame extends far beyond religion. The story of the Vatican is a long and fascinating one, stretching back almost 2,000 years. It all started with a simple fisherman named Peter. Peter was one of Jesus' apostles, and he is considered the first pope. According to tradition, he was martyred in Rome around the year 64 AD and buried on a humble hill, Vatican Hill. A shrine was built over his tomb, and for centuries believers came here to pray. In the 4th century, Emperor Constantine converted to Christianity and built the first St. Peter's Basilica atop the tomb. Over the next 1,000 years, the popes grew powerful, ruling the papal states across central Italy. In 1870, the new Italian kingdom captured Rome. The Pope retreated behind the Vatican walls. For almost 60 years there was a standoff. The popes considered themselves prisoners. Finally, in 1929, the Lateran Treaty officially created the independent state of Vatican City. It recognized the Pope as head of state and ensured a small piece of land for the Church to lead freely. Prepare to have your breath taken away. As you step into St. Peter's Square and walk toward the grand entrance, you will realize that St. Peter's Basilica is not just a church, it is a masterpiece of human creation. It is one of the largest churches in the world. Its size and beauty are almost overwhelming. Designed by Bramante, Moderno, Michelangelo, a symphony of marble, gold, and light. Marble, gold, and light. The moment you walk through the massive doors, you enter a space that feels both immense and peaceful. Inside, your eyes will not know where to look first. Down the nave, the main altar sits above St. Peter's tomb, crowned by Bernini's magnificent bronze baldachin. One of the most famous works is Michelangelo's Pieta, a treasure that moves visitors to silence. For the best view in all of Rome, you really have to climb the dome of St. Peter's Basilica. This isn't just a climb. It's honestly an adventure that rewards you with an unforgettable panoramic vista. The dome was designed by Michelangelo. He didn't live to see it finished, but his vision shapes Rome's skyline. You have two choices: take the elevator part of the way, or climb all 551 steps from the bottom. The elevator brings you to the base of the dome's interior. Step out onto the circular gallery and look down at the basilica below. You see the main altar from above. People look like tiny figures far below. Between the inner and outer shells, a narrow spiral staircase winds upward, sometimes so tight you lean with the wall. Small windows offer sneak peeks, then you emerge into bright sunlight. On the outdoor platform, a full 360-degree panorama opens. The Tiber, the Colosseum, the Pantheon. You feel on top of the world, wind in your hair. A moment you'll cherish forever. Get ready for an art experience like no other. The Vatican Museums aren't a single museum, they're a whole collection. Museums, galleries, palaces connected by long corridors and grand halls. With over 4 miles of art, it's one of the largest collections in the world. Ancient Egyptian artifacts, Roman statues, Renaissance masterpieces, and even modern religious art. Must-sees include the Gallery of Maps and the Raphael Rooms. The School of Athens is a highlight. See Laocoon and the Apollo Belvedere, ancient works that feel like a handshake with history. The floors, tapestries, and ceilings are opulent, a feast for the eyes at every turn. Walking these galleries can feel like a marathon. Have a plan and wear comfortable shoes. The museums were built to impress. Today they are a gift to the world, open for all to explore. At the end of your walk through the Vatican Museums, you arrive at the grand finale, the Sistine Chapel. As you step inside, you are asked to be silent. This is a place of reverence and awe. The entire ceiling and the wall behind the altar are covered in frescoes painted by Michelangelo. The most famous panel is the creation of Adam. Two hands almost touching, an icon of Western art. Michelangelo painted 9 scenes from Genesis over 4 years, lying on scaffolding high above the floor. Behind the altar is The Last Judgment, a dramatic, turbulent depiction painted almost 30 years later. The work is filled with raw emotion and divine power. Standing before it is unforgettable. There are no photos allowed inside the Sistine Chapel. It forces you to be present and absorb the beauty. Find a spot along the wall or on a bench and take your time. Let your eyes wander over the details. Think about the genius and dedication of the artist who created this sacred space. The Sistine Chapel is where heaven and earth seem to meet. As you explore Vatican City, you will notice the stoic figures standing guard at the entrances. These are the pontifical Swiss guards, the personal bodyguards of the Pope. Many think their uniforms were designed by Michelangelo, a popular myth. The current design came from the early 20th century, inspired by Medici colors. The Swiss Guard was founded in 1506 by Pope Julius II. They are the world's smallest standing army with a history of loyalty and courage. A recruit must be a Swiss citizen, a practicing Catholic, between 19 and 30 years old, at least 5 feet 8.5 inches, and have completed Swiss basic training. They train in marksmanship, crowd control, and modern security techniques, not just ceremony. Their most famous moment was the 1527 sack of Rome, when 147 Swiss guards fought to the death to allow the Pope to escape. Their sacrifice is commemorated every May 6th. When you see a Swiss guard, feel free to take a respectful photo. Remember what they represent, a living tradition of honor and duty. They are both a colorful link to the Renaissance past and a modern, elite security force. Beyond the main sites, the Vatican is full of secrets and hidden surprises. Did you know the Vatican has its own post office? Its stamps are highly sought after. Sending a postcard from here makes a unique souvenir. Deep beneath St. Peter's lies the Vatican Necropolis, an ancient Roman cemetery where St. Peter is believed to be buried. The Scavi tour is limited and must be booked far in advance. Only a few visitors per day are allowed. The Vatican has its own tiny railway station, mostly for freight, occasionally for special papal journeys. There's also a busy Vatican pharmacy and a tax-free supermarket for employees, real functioning state services. Look for quirky details like the West Wind Stone. Small stories and curiosities are everywhere. Fun fact, the Vatican has one of the highest per capita wine consumption rates, partly for ceremonies, partly due to its tax-free stores. Keep your eyes open. You'll discover a side of the Vatican most visitors miss. Now that you're excited, here are practical tips to make your visit smooth and enjoyable. The Vatican can get very crowded, especially midday and in summer. To avoid crowds, visit early or later in the afternoon, or come in the off-season, Nov-Feb. Always book tickets online to skip long lines. Dress respectfully. Both men and women must cover shoulders and knees. No tank tops, no shorts, no short skirts. Carry a light scarf. Security is strict. Be polite. Inside churches and the Sistine Chapel, be quiet and turn your phone to silent. Photography is forbidden in the Sistine Chapel. In museums, don't block walkways and be patient with crowds. Your Vatican adventure awaits. It's a place everyone can enjoy. Whether you love history, art, faith, or simply curiosity, come with an open mind and a comfortable pair of shoes. Be ready to be amazed by St. Peter's, moved by Michelangelo, and charmed by the Swiss guards. Go and experience its wonder for yourself. Your journey into a world of wonder is about to begin, and it's one you will never forget. Here, every corner holds a story, every statue a secret to tell. Every sunbeam seems to illuminate something truly special, a chance to feel peace. For travelers who love to connect with the soul of a place, the Vatican is a dream come true. It is more than old buildings, a living, breathing center of history, faith, art, and power. We peel back layers of history, uncover hidden gems, and learn how to make the most of our visit. Prepare to be amazed by what you find inside these ancient walls, powerful and peaceful. Your journey into a world of wonder is about to begin, and it's one you will never forget. Thanks for watching. Come explore the world with us.